It's your man MAS. I'm back with another one. All right. Here I am, more anime reviews. Just hearing my input on different animes. I watched the old ones, the new ones, the ones that aren't as popular and are like cringeworthy. I love anime, manga, so I'm all about that. All right. So, more on the trending anime that's been happening. So this one I'm kind of happy about, right? So this time around, we're talking about Spy X Family. All right, Spy X Family is a very popular anime. I finally watched it. Watched the entire season one, season two. All right, and ironically, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I mean, here's my thing. I don't think it's as good as people were hyping it up to be, but I don't think it's as bad either, right? So I really do think it's a solid anime. I would kind of gear towards more on the upper echelon side, like all right, more on the positive than the negative. But I definitely feel like this anime is definitely like overhyped to a certain degree. All right. But nah, I made a couple topics on the show, so we just gonna jump right into it. All right. The first one and my overall impressions of it, Spy X Family is essentially a poor man's Love is War. All right. So if you've been watching enough anime, you've definitely heard the name Love is War. Love is War is a very popular romantic comedy anime, and it blew me away. Like hands down, I love romance anime, romantic comedies. Love is War hits all the check boxes for me. Do I think Love is War is in the Raptors? No, but that has been like the only anime minus like what's the other one that I forgot, it's like hero something that like that's come along in a long time because you know animes come and go and really caught my attention. I was like, yo, this is a really like, I don't know the best way to describe it. It's there. Love is War is top notch. Like you'll probably never hear a bad review from me. Like Love is War genuinely captured my interest with the romantic comedy aspect. Spy X Family isn't that. Spy X Family feels like a lesser grade of Love is War, but Spy X Family isn't really competing for that realm to its own credit. So, I mean, just keep that tidbit in there, right? So, the thing that I find kind of, I don't say cringy about like Spy X Family, but like they try to be a slice of life to a certain degree, where it's like certain moments they're highlighting the mission. So it's still all around the compass of a mission, right? Which is all good and dandy, but the elements that do kind of feel slice of life feel kind of like lacking, if that makes sense. Whereas like they're trying that quote unquote what I call anime humor, right? So you know the anime jokes, the anime tropes that people have kind of grown to love. Spy X Family tries to do that during like the slice of life moments, and the slice of life moments tend to be around like Anya at school, maybe like some, you know, what do you call it, miscellaneous like outings to walk the dog or something like that. So they try to do that. I just don't feel like they're not that's not their bag. All right. So Spy X Family tries to do that, but I feel like they need to get out of that bag. Like Love is War got it. Love is War got that down. Where I feel like Spy X Family kind of stands out is unique genre of action and slice of life, right? So, and I'm going to talk about that more. Like Spy X Family, I feel like they should be highlighting more of their action, but of course, there's the other element too of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of thing. If you know, watch American shows, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that thing was popular with I think Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. I remember back in as well, I watched that movie. It really like hit to me, right? So they kind of go that route. I feel like a lot of the show's inspiration kind of come from like, I won't say like American culture, but like James Bond kind of stuff, even Bond man. Like, so it's cool. I feel like they should kind of focus more on that realm, right? Do not focus more on the slice of life. Maybe the manga's different. Also, I didn't mean to, I forgot to highlight this. Again, all my videos, reviews are solely about the anime. There is a chance maybe I've read like a manga here and there, right? But like all my reviews are strictly about the anime, watching it for the first time, you know, and just giving my general impressions. So keep in mind, you probably will get spoiled. All right, so don't come here complaining that you got spoiled. Like, if you're watching this, it's because you want to get spoiled. You want the tea, right? That's my pinky, the T. You want the T, all right? But yeah, Love is War is better, like point blank, all right? If you don't agree, fight me, all right? Saying now, but yes, Love is War is better for the genre that is in. The only the only play I can give Spy X Family is that genre, Spy X Family isn't strictly just that genre. Even though a lot of their elements come from the slice of life, it's more of a mix of action, so that kind of makes it stand out differently from Love is War. So it's like, hey, like, what do you call it? You don't have to compete, because I'm telling you, if they had to compete, Love is War wipe the floor with Spy X Family when it comes to humor. It would, like, but don't fight something that's not your weight. If it's not your weight class, don't go up in there. All right, I feel like Spy X Family was trying to go up in there. Love is War, you don't want to go in that weight class. Love is War will wipe the floor with you. But Spy X Family has its own little weight class, and I think it's doing well in this weight class. And I do think it's a good show. All right, I again feel like they need to highlight more of the action scenes, but Spy X Family is its own show, and it's good where it's at. But overall, just me watching it, that's the immediate thing that comes to my mind. It's like, Love is War, and it's better. So, just my general impression of that. But let me see what else I got on this topic. All right. I mean, and the last thing I got on the topic is pretty much like season one. I want to say season one. Like when you first initially watch it, it feels like a lot of the episodes kind of emphasizing how dumb Anya is, which is funny. I think, and that's the thing too. Like the funniest scenes for me were the Anya scenes. So that kind of added to the comedic aspect of it. But the thing that makes Spy X Family truly stand out is that they're and it's not like a lot. It's like these little things that they do that really make it like stand out, which I see why it's as popular as it is, right? Like the fact that Spy X Family doesn't seem like a strictly Japanese-based anime, right? Even calling it like the West and the East Coast, West Coast beef, right? Like, into like the James Bond themes. If you familiar with American, James Bond was like a famous agent spy, and like the way he dresses, the names of the characters, it definitely doesn't feel strictly Japanese based, which is refreshing. It feels like the show was kind of garnered through like other cultural ideas. And I think that's what makes it stand out compared to other animes in like a particular niche genre. I wouldn't even say Spy X Family is in a niche genre, but compared to like, again, we're all competing, right? I'm competing. I'm trying to get my views and everything up. So everybody's competing in one way, shape, or another, right? So Spy X Family is competing. The thing that's helping it in the battlefield, in the arena of anime, is these little things that it does to stand out. Hence, aka not just strictly being based around Japanese culture, right? A lot of inspiration from other cultures, and the fact that it kind of mixes a really good dose of action with slice of life, which you don't see as often, like a core base. You might see like certain animes like Bleach or what have you that have like maybe an episode or two of like peaceful slice of life moments, but then the rest of it is just straight action, right? But no, Spy X Family does a really good job of constantly blending the two. Like essentially the mission is a slice of life type of thing. So I think that is what makes it stand out. Unfortunately, it's not Love is War. So I really do need Spy X Family to focus more on that action. All right. But I mean, that's the thing on that. We're going to move on to the next main topic of Spy X Family. All right.